Hello friends, in this video we will talk about the indirect function. I think there are so many functions available in the function, but very important one which I have just observed now is the indirect function. And some thought it is very difficult to understand, but if you just watch my video till the end, you will think how much powerful this indirect function is, how it is easy to use it. If you see the syntax of the indirect function is just you have to refer the text which you want to refer, and there is a style called A1 style and R1 style. So if I type indirect means you have to refer to some cell number. Suppose if I want to cell number C3, if I type C3 here, it will give me the result of what is mentioning the C3. So it's look very simple here, but you can make it where your formula very dynamic by using it. Let's first learn what this syntax means, true and false. So A1 style is right like this. We are just typing the column as A, B, C, D and row as a 3. And R1 style is just test you the same way like here indirect. If I have to take this method in this cell, then the method is in cell number C6. And this is actually by default it is true. So even if we don't select it, it works. Or even if you type the true, it will work the same way. But now the R1 or C1 style generally most every time this method is used, first one, so I just tell you what is this method about so that you must know each and everything. Also, this method is you have to refer R1 style is you have to mention the row number. So this is in which row number? It is in the row number 6. And this is in which column number? This is in a column number 3. So it's very tough to refer like this, but you must know what are the two methods. If I do the same way. Now, how the indirect function method, like I have mentioned the cell reference in as a semicolon, you can have in that way also. Like if it is mentioned that I am here, this is in the column number C10. If I want to refer this in as an indirect function, if I type indirect and refer the C10, what it will give me? It will go to the cell number E10 and identify whether it reference any cell reference, any range. Yes. So it give me the result is I am here. So instead of going in the cell number E, it has gone to the cell number I am here. So I think further we in this range I will tell you the further use of it. Now also if I just want to refer this C10, I have to just mention in the inverted comma C10. So if you link it to the cell number, then you don't have to type it in inverted comma. It will work like I am here. So now just you have learned about the indirect method, but how, where we can use it. So let's learn where to use it. Suppose, see, I have this one summary. I just remove all the things. These are the period wise. Every month I get report like this, like the category, revenue, profit, and all these things. And I have to maintain a summary of this. And I also don't want to combine it because my maybe immediate everyone required this all the tab to be the separate sheets. So generally, how we do combine it, we use the sum if as formula and then go to the range because here I want the profit of the domestic. I select this range, paste F4 to freeze it, and my criteria range is category F4. Now my criteria here is domestic. So wherever he found the domestic, and here I will freeze the row because that's where I can just copy paste the formula to other cell. It gave me the result of P01. If I copy paste it here, it gave me that result. But now the difficulty is for P02, if I copied it to this P02, This formula is linked with P01. How can I refer this to this sheet? If you see the range here, everything is same. Only thing I have to change this range. It should be P instead of P01, it should be P02. If I manually do it, it will give me the proper result. So it will give me that result. But how can we incorporate this in an indirect function? We can learn. Like this range is already written it here by me, so I can refer this value from this and make all this thing under an indirect formula. So here we understand I want this value to be dynamic, so I will make this link with this cell number and rest all the static, and then even I can even want to make dynamic, but still here I will work only with this. So I will type indirect. Now here, first is inverted comma, I want this semicolon to be there, then and. Now, I don't want all this thing here, I want this thing to be referred from here. So I will press F4 to freeze the column only, then and then inverted comma, all these things wrap under the indirect formula. This is done for my sum if range, and now the criteria range of the something I have so do the indirect. I will use the indirect inverted comma start inverted comma start and then and I will refer to this cell number F4 again to freeze only the column, then and then inverted comma until the end and bracket close. Result is same, but the benefit is here it will also work when if I go down, it will also work. So it's like whenever it changes to this, if you want to just check for the P02, total profit is 110,875 and it is captured there. So benefit is if even if the row number if any further if I just copy paste I will have it will give reference error. It's better to convert this formula in if error, then it will give a zero result. So whenever the value of P04 is added, suppose same way if I add the same column, suppose I get the P04 data, I just change the number, maybe any number I change so that figure will be different. And if I go to the summary tab and it automatically coming here, 7,09,000. This formula is now dynamic and it's also work like this even if you have a x sum if here even if I remove this sheet, delete it, my formula will not have any reference error, and if I again came back with this value P03, I will get the result. So this way, this is a one of the example where you have to look up to the different sheet and you can use this indirect function. Even you can use this indirect function in data validation, preparation of the list, where you have to refer of this. I think I will prepare that video in the next video after that. I think I have started using this indirect function as soon I know about this in my all the sheets because this make my formula dynamic. It's not linked with any sheet. It linked with the range which I mentioned, value I mentioned, and then whenever the new file come with that range, my formula will be dynamic. See like this. Hope you like this video. Thanks for watching this.